Welcome to Electrified. It's your host, Dylan Loomis. Thank you to all of our supporters over on Patreon. First up, I'd like to talk about Tesla's suppliers LG Chem and Panasonic now manufacturing the new 4680 form factor with the tabless design for Tesla in addition to their own in-house pilot line. Reuters again reported today that Panasonic is working on a new battery cell for Tesla based on the new cell format. Panasonic's CFO Hirokazu Umeda was quoted saying, "We have considerable know-how for that battery. We started working on it immediately after Tesla's Battery Day and are also preparing to set up a prototype production line in parallel. We are targeting a profit margin of around 5% at our Tesla battery business within 2 to 3 years. Umeda also said they decided to launch an additional production line, and it's unclear whether this would be the 4680 and the tabless, at Giga Nevada next year, increasing Giga Nevada's total capacity by roughly 10% to 39 gigawatt hours per year by sometime in 2022. But clearly Panasonic is working on the new 4680 cells for Tesla at Giga Nevada, separate from Tesla's own Roadrunner facility at Kato Road. And if you guys remember, about a week ago, LG Chem said they were developing a new form factor cylindrical battery which would boost energy density 5-fold and power by 6-fold without elaborating. They also said they plan to triple production capacity for cylindrical batteries used by Tesla and others, and were considering expansion in Europe and North America to meet the surging demand. And just prior to that, it was reported by the Korea Times that Tesla is looking to acquire a stake in LG Energy Solution, which was soon to be separated by LG Chem to procure a stable supply of batteries. There have been rumors LG Chem was looking to separate its battery business from its other operations, making them a publicly listed entity. Perhaps CATL will remain the supplier for Tesla's LFP battery needs, but in time, I will not be surprised if they do arrange some sort of licensing deal with Tesla to also get in the party of developing the 4680 cells. As we know, Tesla needs all hands on deck to produce as many 4680 cells as possible as soon as possible, with production of Cybertruck, Semi, Model S Plaid, Roadster, and even the Model Y in the next 2 years. To have two of the bigger battery manufacturing companies on the planet also making 4680 cells for Tesla is a huge deal and something they did not mention at Battery Day. Next up, we get some strong sales data for Tesla in Europe for September. The Model 3 reached 16,125 deliveries, with approximately 4,800 in the UK, 2,700 in Germany, 1,100 in Norway, and 1,080 in France. The European auto market was 7.1% full battery electric vehicles, and the year-to-date figure for 2020 is now 4.9% made up of BEVs. The Renault Zoe was purchased 11,020 times in September, followed in third place by the ID3 with 8,570 sales. Now, just remember always, month-over-month data is not nearly as important as year-over-year data. We know that the third month of each quarter is very strong for Tesla, as this is the month the cars arrive on the continent for delivery from Fremont and are then delivered to European customers. The first 2 months of the quarter is when they are being produced to be shipped. And I'll say it again, with Giga Berlin to start producing locally made Model Ys as early as Q1 2020, and now Fremont and Shanghai exporting Model 3s to Europe, Tesla is going to be the best-selling EV brand on the continent in 2021, and I do not think it will be particularly close, despite Europe being arguably the most competitive EV landscape on the planet. Next up, Electrek reported today that a source familiar with the matter said Tesla communicated to its staff that it plans to significantly ramp up service over the next year, with at least one new service center opening each week in 2021. That would mean 52 new service centers opened in 2021. Let's have a look at Tesla's store and service location figures for the last 5 quarters. 417 to 433, 438, 446, and most recently in Q3 2020, this number now sits at 466. So Tesla added 20 stores and service locations in Q3 this year, an annualized pace of 80, meaning the 52 new service center projection for 2021 is easily achievable. We know that the Tesla on-road fleet is now over 1 million vehicles. If Tesla hits the high end of their range of outcomes for deliveries in 2021 of 1 million more cars sold, that would roughly double their fleet in 1 year. We know that the crowd is very mixed in terms of service experience with Tesla, some great experiences and some terrible, but if Tesla doubles their fleet to 2 million over the course of 2021 and only adds about 52 new service centers, we should expect to continue to hear negative Tesla service experiences, especially when you consider the new manufacturing processes that are to be implemented that will undoubtedly cause some unexpected challenges. The Northeast region in the United States can expect to see a growing number of service centers, as Tesla's president of automotive, Jerome Guillen, posted on LinkedIn previously saying, quote, "Looking for exceptional commercial real estate professionals to join the team and help us open lots of service centers in the Northeast. If you feel qualified and are keen on joining us on this exciting journey, please apply." Next up, we get a quick note. Tesla will now be offering a radio upgrade that will cost $500, and they will start scheduling radio upgrades in Q4 of this year. Tesla said, "The purchase and installation of the radio upgrade will be available for vehicles that have already undergone infotainment upgrades. For vehicles that have not yet undergone an infotainment upgrade, we recommend having both the infotainment upgrade and the radio upgrade installation performed at the same time. The radio upgrade costs an additional $500 plus tax, and there is no difference in price if you have the radio upgrade and infotainment upgrade installed separately or together." Now, $500 is certainly expensive for a feature that most people are accustomed to having at no extra cost. This is actually a big deal in places like Australia, where the radio can provide life-saving information during bushfire season, as it works when everything else, including mobile phones, can be down. Also, in places like Switzerland with mountains and valleys, LTE or 3G is not available in some places where the radio still is. The MCU, or the Media Control Unit upgrade from MCU 1 to 2, removed the radio in the Model S and X. Next up, Tesla has apparently started to remove the option to change the power of the regenerative braking on some cars produced after June 2020. Older models had the option to choose standard or low, but some users on Reddit and Tesla Motors Club forums are now reporting the feature is gone. I know this feature was welcomed by a lot of people that were new to driving EVs because it helped them get used to regenerative braking, especially in winter climates where the stronger setting could lead to slipping if not easing off the accelerator. Shifting gears, I wanted to very briefly mention that Toyota is recalling 5.8 million vehicles due to a fuel pump issue that could cause vehicles to stop operating, resulting in a vehicle stalling, and the car may be unable to be restarted. Now, I'm only sharing this as a reminder that every automaker deals with recalls. It's just when it happens to Tesla, the media would have us think Tesla is on the verge of bankruptcy and the EV revolution is doomed. Obviously not the case, so please keep that in mind always. To wrap up today's episode, I want to bring you up to speed on the EV newcomer Fisker. Before you roll your eyes, just know that I have as well, but I do think it's important to follow these threads to see what blueprint other companies can use to find some level of success not named Tesla. Or perhaps in this case, maybe we'll see the blueprint for failure and what to avoid. In either case, Henrik Fisker tweeted out that reservations for the Ocean luxury SUV have eclipsed 8,000 after they announced a SPAC merger to allow them to go public and a manufacturing deal with Magna. Fisker confirmed their plans for a European HQ in Munich, Germany named Matrix, which would be in addition to their location in Manhattan Beach, California, which is called Inception. Fisker has said that the Ocean is expected to begin deliveries in late 2022, and it's supposed to have a solar roof and a vegan interior, all at a starting price of $38,000 before the EV tax credit. Hopefully, you can sense my skepticism, as this feels a bit Nikola-esque to me. But that will do it for today's episode. Please take a moment to like this video if you did, and consider subscribing for more Tesla content. If my collating of the news helps save you some time, you can also support us on Patreon for as little as $3 a month. Either way, you being here is the best support. I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Have a great day.